Hello and welcome to episode 159 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is your best marketing strategy.
Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trin.
Now, I wrote an email on this, I think on the 17th of May. It was a few days ago, but I wrote an email a few days ago on your number one best marketing strategy, and understand that you can only employ this marketing strategy if you've got the ultimate thing figured out inside of your business. And the ultimate thing that's figured out inside of your business is how do you get results for your clients? Like, how do you actually get results and build raving fans? Because if you don't have those two things, everything that I'm going to talk about becomes slow growth. Like, if we hear about a business growing 5 to 10 to 15% every single year, that to me is like kind of turtle pace. I don't want to grow 5, 10, 15% every year. I want to grow at 500% if I could every single year. Okay, I want to do something every single month and employ new strategies every single month. And I talk about this a lot because I say that $0 to $50,000 is the hardest, but understand that $0 to $50,000 could be the fastest. Okay, and it only becomes the fastest if you have an ability to deliver results. This is one concept I've been drilling down inside of the online training space, because there are a lot of people putting content out there, but understand your content, your information does not automatically mean that you get clients' results. If you feel as though you putting out more content out there is adding value to the marketplace, then you're going to be disillusioned. You're going to lose clients very, very quickly. So the question you need to ask yourself is, Lynn, well, how do I get my clients' results? And naturally, it comes down to this thing called a movement. Okay, you want to create a movement inside of your fitness niche. You want to step up and create a cause. Now, that cause creates a community of people who share common interests. Like, they're all looking to become a specific type of person, or they're looking to upgrade their life, or they're coming in, they're sharing common interests. And this is called niching down, right? But niching down is different to creating a cause. Okay, when you create a cause, what essentially you do is you give somebody who's coming into your community a new set of beliefs and identities to live by, because they're living by your cause. And if you can create this, you're building culture within your environment. Okay, if I've lost you, I want you to go back. I want you to listen to that again, because this is important. Because understanding that group coaching online, that giving clients diets and training programs online isn't going to cut it anymore. Okay, it did cut it for about 6 months. And then from there, I went through 6 months of hell trying to restructure my model to get people results, because I noticed that I was pouring water into a leaking cup, and as I poured in more water, it would leak more. And it was a very, very tiring process, because you've only got a limited amount of water and energy, right? You're going to burn out. Eventually the cup is going to empty. Okay, you can never win. And so what I needed to employ this deeper strategy of getting my clients results, stemming back from the cause, stemming back from changing their identity. Okay, because I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to use this. I think I've used this quite a few times. If you have a dad and he's coming inside of your community to train with you, what's the cause for him and other dads to congregate them together? And the whole point and the whole cause is to become a better dad. Okay, you're changing the standard of dads. You're taking a dad from living his mediocre life to this becoming an ultimate dad, performing at the highest level with a new identity, a new set of beliefs, a new set of habits, and ultimately changing his training, his fitness, and his nutrition. But what you noticed is I didn't really talk about the training, the fitness, and the nutrition, because the dad doesn't want it. But anyway, I digress, because if you need to, and this is what I'll be touching on more on, especially if you're tuning into my live videos. But what I meant to say was your number one method of growing your business right now is getting results. And by using those results, it is then simply asking them for referrals or getting them to refer clients. Now, I don't know how many times I haven't wanted to watch a movie and I've heard from my friends, hey, this movie's incredible, it's great. Okay, and there's been no interest, there's been no desire of me actually wanting to go and watch a movie. There's no pain, There's no reason to get me to watch a movie. I've got a lot of things to do. But as soon as a recommendation is made, what happens is now a seed is planted inside of my mind. And wherever I go, whether it's watching Facebook ads or YouTube ads or on the TV or on the newspaper or maybe billboards, I'm starting to be consistently reminded about that movie. Okay, because here's the reality. It's kind of backwards marketing. I'm already sold on that movie, right? Like, I'm already sold because I know it came from a trusted source, which is my referee. But now what's happened is if you can get them to spread the word, even it's just, hey, you should try this out. Naturally, when they start seeing you more and more and more and more, when you get your advertising right, when you get your content strategy, they're already sold. They're already going to sign up to your program. But when I started to see this movie more on YouTube, when I saw this movie more on the back of a newsletter, when I saw this movie more on the billboards while driving, naturally, as soon as pain started to creep up, i.e. it was a Friday night, for example, Kerry would come home, she'd just want to chillax. Then I would say, hey, we should go and watch this movie. I was sold on the movie and it was definite, it was certain that I was going to go and watch that movie. Okay, and what that referral allowed me to do was it allowed me to be sold on the front end. And this is so important because if you can't be sold on the front end, what would have happened is this: if I didn't get the referral, I would have gone up, I would have gone to the box office, I would have sat down, I would have chosen about, what looks good, what image kind of looks good, the old marketing, who's being compared by what. I would have jumped onto the reviews, I would have gone to Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, any of these sites and gone, okay, who's telling me what? And they all would have been the same. But having this one trusted advisor, this referral source, allowed me to be sold in advance. And so the reasons why I say this to you right now is because, number one, if you're not understanding this strategy, you're probably like me a few years ago. You're like, Lena, help me get new clients. I don't want to bug my existing clients. And the reality is you're not bugging them, because if you're doing this right and you're moving towards a cause, a bigger movement, they have an obligation, really, to share it with their friends to actually help them change their lives as well. And they will feel like they're actually helping them change their lives. It's not a network marketing thing. It's not come to my house so I can sell you a whole bunch of crap. But the second thing is that now you are building a company and a business good enough for your message to be shared. But it all stems from the core, it all stems from the cause, and it all stems from your movement. Okay? So this is a really, really strong strategy, and we're imploring it more because it is overlooked. But what you need to understand is if you can be sold prior to the sale, oh my Lord, that just makes things so much easier. So with that being said, my number one thing for you today is, do you have the balls? Do you have the balls to go out there and go, hey, is there somebody else that needs this program, this product? Is there somebody else that needs to join this community that you know? Let them know and tell them what the community is and tell them to speak to me directly. Okay? And understand that that referral isn't going to lead to a sale instantly, like how I wasn't sold on watching that movie straight away. But as soon as you are spending top of mind awareness, as soon as I keep seeing them again through advertising and through content, what happens when I naturally hit that one moment in time where I've got a bit of a pain point? Boom, I'm sold.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.